What's going on, you guys? This is MXKDI here, another Dell Optiplex 990. This is the mini tower, and today upgrading the video card, and we're gonna be upgrading power supply, processor, hard drive to solid state drive, and the memory. So I'll show you how to do that. So first thing you're gonna do, remove the side cover panel. There's a little latch right here. Okay, so we're gonna start off. Let's see. So we're gonna go ahead and upgrade first the memory, and it's using DDR3 non-ACCM buffer memory. I'm gonna upgrade into 16. You guys can use any kind of brand you like. I prefer go with the Corsair, Kingston, or Crucial. Those are the top three brands I like. Again, Corsair, Kingston, and Crucial. Those are the top three brands. It's using the DDR3 non-ACCM buffer memory, and I'm gonna be installing Kingston memory, so total 16 gigs I'm installing. And you're gonna hear two clicks when you install the memory, guys. You're gonna hear two clicks. The memory installed properly. So it's got 8 gigs. And we're going to install 2 more sticks, and it's going to be a total of 16 gigs of memory. $12, $16. So we upgrade the memory to 16 gigs. Now I'm going to remove you guys front cover bezel. I'm going to upgrade the optical drive too. I forgot about that. And to remove the front cover bezel, all you have to do is there's little clips right here with your finger, be really gentle, and lift them up really gently. You don't want to break them off to remove the front cover bezel. So it's Optiplex 990 mini tower. Upgrading, so we're gonna upgrade to. I got an optical drive in here. I'm gonna have to upgrade it. Okay, so disconnect the SATA and power from the optical drive, and a little clip right here, you press it down with your finger and just remove it. Comes right out. So what we're gonna do is take another optical drive, and you gotta remove the screws from this one, put another one, this one, the newer one, and do that. There's 2 right here and 1 on the other side, and so just remove them. And install the other one. And it'll be the last side right here. Get this, it's using a Phillips screwdriver. And this will be the last part. Okay, now install the new optical drive. And connect back the cables, the SATA and power. Since we're not going to connect back the cables, we're going to go upgrade the power supply. So first off, what you have to do is there will be 4 screws in the back, and you have to use a Phillips screwdriver to remove the 4 screws in the back where the power supply is at. Remove that, the 4 screws, and disconnect the 24 pin right here, 4 pin right there. There's a little clip right here you press on to release the lock. Same with the 24 pin, be really gentle. You have to press on the middle, the little clip right here to release it, the lock. And the power right here for the hard drive, you get that removed. And same with the optical drive, get that disconnected. And there will be a little clip right here secure clip right here. This holds the power supply. So you're gonna press it down with a screwdriver to remove the power supply. Just like that, really easy, really quick. And the power supply in here is total 265 watt, but the video card we're gonna install here is a part of it energy efficient, so this will work perfectly fine. But I'm just gonna upgrade. So if you guys gonna install a GTX 1050, just go ahead and upgrade the power supply. So this is only 265 watt. So we're gonna go ahead and install the new power supply. And guys, I'll be using a Corsair CX600. This is a 600 watt power supply. Again, CX600, and it's a 600 watt. Be aware that some power supplies, if you install the width of it, it may be a little wider, and if you install it wider, this piece have to be cut out. If you cut this piece off, your latch for the side cover panel is not going to work when you cut this piece, because some power supplies are wider, and to install it you have to cut this piece off. If you cut this piece off, your side cover panel, the latch is not going to be working anymore. So I'll just recommend going CX600 power supply, or go with the CX500 or some other power supplies like a Cooler Master 400 or 500 watt. That should be the same width of this one. Let me get a tape and I'll show you guys what the width of the power supply. And let me go ahead and show you the measurements of it. So this power supply is about 5.5 inches total, but if some power supply goes 6 inches and it's going to be too it wouldn't fit. So 5.5 inches works right here. I'm just doing the measurements. Yeah, it's about 5.5. You guys can see better. It's about 5.5 inches, the width of it. And let's go ahead and install the power supply. I'll click this back in here. Okay. So we install the power supply, and now you're gonna install back the 4 screws in the back, and you're gonna connect all the cables here. 24 pin. Okay. And the 4 pin for the motherboard right here. Okay, here's the 4 pin. Install it right here in the top. Now connect back the SATA for the hard drive, so we're gonna go ahead and connect that. Now optical drive right here, the cable. Okay, now what we have to do is yeah, that's all the other cables we have to connect here, and you have to use the wire ties and do cable management later. You have to use the wire ties to get the cables tight and clean here. And so we're gonna go ahead and second part, we're gonna go ahead and upgrade the hard drive, and I'm gonna upgrade the solid state drive. Show you guys how to do that. So first off, you're gonna disconnect the SATA power and remove the hard drive caddy here. Just little clips right here. Press your finger like this, and it comes right out. It's a hard drive caddy. It's plastic. It bends really easy. It's like this. Comes right out. And I'm going to be upgrading to 0.5 terabyte. Half terabyte. 500 gigs. Just like that. And install it back. So let me show you guys how to do that again. So, okay. Using so the way you do that is just take the hard drive like this and install it back. Just like that. And what you're going to do is connect the SATA cable, power cable to it. And you're done. Now I'm going to show you how to upgrade to solid state drive. So first you're going to disconnect again the SATA power cable and disconnect the hard drive. Remove that. And I'm going to go, you need any kind of solid state drive will work, 2.5 inch, any kind, you can use solid state drive. And you have to buy this caddy, plastic caddy. The model number, I give you guys a part number for it, 0R494D. Again, it's 0494D. Again, the model is 0494D, and this is the part number for Dell. If the camera can focus. And this is the caddy for the solid state drive, and you can install 2 solid state drives in here, one here in the bottom, one in the top. And to install it, it's really easy. Just take this caddy and install it to the regular hard drive caddy, and it comes like this, really easy. And it clips right in. Show you guys how to do that again. Goes like this. Okay, so we clipped in the caddy. Okay, we installed the caddy. Now what you're going to do is you're going to connect the cable first, the power and SATA, before installing it. Really easy. So you take the cable and just install it like this. SATA, power, and just SATA cable connect the same thing. And just connect the cable SATA. So first of all, you're going to install the hard drive, SATA hard drive, back to caddy, and you're going to connect back the SATA cable here like that, and you're done. We connected the solid state drive. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade the processor to i5-2400. It's got a, so we're going to do that, and for what you need is a Phillips screwdriver, and show you guys how to do that. And so first what we're going to do is you're going to get a Phillips screwdriver, and there'll be 4 screws, 2 in the top, 2 in the bottom. And you're going to unscrew all the screws here. We're going to be upgrading the processor. And there'll be 4 pin right here, clip right here. This, you got to remove that for the heatsink fan. It's a 4 pin for wire. There's a little clip right here. You press on the middle to release it. So you're going to remove the heatsink and make sure you unscrew all the, and they'll be still screwed on here. Okay. Okay, so we unscrew the processor heatsink, and we're gonna go ahead and remove the processor. And first, what you could do is wipe it down. Okay, so we're upgrading to i5-2400, so I'm going to get that removed. And So here's the processor. It's an old one. And I'm installing a new one, the i5 2400. I'm just upgrading because it's got a i3, and I'm just gonna upgrade to i5. So the processor here, and you see the edges right here in the top, two edges in the top, left and right. That's how you install it right there at the top. There should be edges right here in the left and right. You see right there? That's how you can install the top, like this. Done. Now you're gonna go ahead and install back the clip it back in like this, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna remove the thermal compound on the heatsink right here, and to do that you will need a piece of paper. You got to put it on like this, like a paper towel, and you got to clean it off. And to do that, you will need like a credit card or some kind of plastic, and take it off. So just take this and just remove it, so you can take off the old thermal compound. If yours doesn't come off really well, then you can use 50% to 70% rubbing alcohol. It will work perfectly. So we just remove the thermal compound, and what you need is need a rubbing alcohol to take this off, clean this off. What you're gonna do is I already have on a spray bottle. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna spray it down here a little bit and remove the thermal compound off. Yeah, 70% rubbing, or you can go 50 or 70% rubbing alcohol you have to use to get it off the old thermal compound. Okay, so remove the old thermal compound. Now what you have to do is apply thermal compound, thermal paste, whatever you want to call. So I'm gonna go ahead and to install a new one, we have to go ahead and remove this napkin, and I'm not gonna use you could just put it right in the middle on the processor and install the heatsink, and we'll spread it evenly. But I'm just gonna put it on the heatsink. That'll be a lot quicker. So that should be good enough. And just spread it evenly. That's good enough. Now we're gonna go ahead and install back the heatsink. And screw it back on. Now we're going to install back the 4-pin for the fan back to the motherboard. You're going to connect it back. Okay, we connected that back. Make sure you get it tight. And okay, so we upgrade the processor to i5 2400, and the last part is video card. So we're gonna go ahead and first of all, you guys need to do is remove this little clip right here. You press it down with your finger, little plastic clip right here. You press it down really gently to release the. We're gonna remove the PCI bracket right here, the top one. top PCI bracket right here with the PCI Express X16 slot here, the blue slot. That's where we're gonna install the video card. You guys can go with the GTX 960, GTX 950, or go with the GTX 1050. And the video card, if you get a really long one, really wide one, then you have to remove the hard drive cage. To do that, you have to cut it out, and it's a really hard part to do. But I would just go with the low profile video cards, work perfectly fine, like a GTX 1050. And I can measure what's the longest you can go with the video card. Let me get my tape here back. So let me see, where's my tape? Okay, so you can get the tape in here. So the video card you guys can fit in here. Yeah, you can go about 8 inches. You can go up to 9 inches, perfectly fine. Yeah, you can go as much as 9 inches on here. Yeah, if your video card is over 10 inches, then you have to remove the hard drive cage right here. But the video cards, you could probably go over around 9 inches, 8 inches, perfectly fine. Around 8 inches will fit in here fine. So let me go ahead and guys get the video card. I would go either GTX 950, this is the MSI, or go with Asus GeForce GTX 950 or GTX 960 they make, or GTX 1050 you can get. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Asus one, and okay, and this is the video card is a low profile, it's a low power consumption, and this is a low power consumption video card, and it doesn't require 6-pin power connector to it. And I'll show you guys the total. Yeah, the video card measurements is about around 6.5, almost 7 inches. So it's pretty small. It's just a low profile, low power consumption video card. But you can get a GTX 960 or you can get a GTX 1050 in this video card. So we're gonna install the video card, and it does not require 6-pin power connection. So we don't have to connect anything else. Just connect to the PCI Express X16 slot right there, that's all. And you're gonna remove the other bracket right here, PCI bracket, because it's using 2 slots right there. And just install the video card. So we just install the video card, clip it back in here, a little clip right here. And we're gonna install back, the last part is front cover bezel right here for the Dell Optiplex. So we're going to install this back. So that's about it, you guys. We upgraded the video card, power supply, memory, processor, optical drive, hard drive to solid state drive. And what we're going to do is close the side cover panel. And what you guys are going to do is you're going to plug in the monitor directly to the video card, and you're going to go to nvidia.com website and get the drivers for it.